Lesson 5-2, Polynomial Expressions. A polynomial expression is a collection of variables, constants, and exponents combined with multiplication, addition, and subtraction. A monomial is a variable, a number, or a combination of number of variables combined with multiplication. Mono means one. In a monomial, there is no addition and no subtraction. Also known as terms. Monomials are also known as terms. Monomials do not have addition or subtraction. They do not have variables in the denominator of fractions. There. They do not have variables under square roots. They do not have exponents that are negative or fractions. So only exponents can be whole numbers. Examples of monomials. We'll also have some non-examples. 2x squared is a monomial. 3y, 4. 6yxz. 2 over x is not a monomial. X to the negative 3 would not be a monomial. Square root of x cannot be a monomial. Then you have a binomial, which is a polynomial with exactly two terms separated by addition or subtraction. The prefix bi means 2. So we'll have some examples. 2x squared plus 3, 4y minus 3x, 2xyz minus xy. Not examples. X over y plus 4, because we can't have a variable in the denominator, and a monomial, we can't have it in a binomial either. 3x times 4x, this is not a binomial because it's not separated with addition and subtraction. A trinomial is a polynomial with exactly 3 terms. Tri means 3. So it's like a binomial, except instead of having 2 terms, it has 3. Again, we can't have square roots with variables in them. So this would not be a trinomial because of the square root. We can't have variables in the denominator. We can't have 3 terms where they're not all separated by addition and or subtraction. So this would be 1 term because it's multiplied. So this would actually be a binomial, not a trinomial. And then you have a polynomial, which is the monomial, or the sum or difference of 2 or more monomials. So a polynomial can have as few as 1 or infinitely many terms added or subtracted. Poly means many, so even though it's 1, it's still technically a polynomial, but we call them monomials because there's only 1. Okay, polynomials have degrees, as do the terms, and every term has its own degree. The degree is the sum of the exponents. So, for example, if I have just an x with no exponent, that's an invisible 1. Okay? So the term is x and the degree is 1. If I have 3x squared y, there's an invisible 1 on the y. The term is 3x squared y, but the degree is 3 because I have 2 plus 1 for that invisible 1 exponent. 4x to the 5th, y to the 3rd. I have 5 plus 3, so the degree is 8. If I have a number by itself with no variable, that is the same as having any variable with the exponent of 0, so the degree is 0. So no variable will give me a degree of 0. Now the degree of a polynomial is the highest degree of any of the terms. So when we find the degree of the polynomial, we first look for the degree of the terms. This one has a degree of 1, this one has a degree of 0, and this one has a degree of 9. Therefore, the degree of the polynomial would be 9. Here I have 2 plus 3, so that's 5. 4 plus 1 is also 5. 1 plus 1 is 2, so my degree is 5. 2 plus 2 is 4. I have a 3. 1 plus 5 is 6, and here I have a 0, so my degree is 6. 1 plus 1 is 2. There's a 3. 2 plus 2 is 4, so my degree of my polynomial is 4. The standard form of a polynomial means that the degrees of the monomial terms decreased from left to right. This is known as descending. Okay, so if we look at this, I have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We go in descending order. So if I put the following polynomials in standard form, I have 2 polynomials. Oops. Okay. This one has a degree of 2. I have a 2 and a 1, so that's 3. 2 and 3 is 5, and then I have 6. So I have to go 6, 5, 3, 2. So negative 3y to the 6 plus 6x squared y to the third minus 4x squared y plus 3x squared. This is in descending order. Here I have a degree of 2, 7, 11, and 2. Now when we have two terms with the same degree, then you'll go alphabetical next. Okay, so 11 would be the top one, so 10 y to the 11th, 35x squared y to the 5th, 4x squared minus 7y squared. So by degree first, and then alphabetical second. Okay, so now we're going to name the type of polynomial, the degree, and the number of terms. Here I have 2 terms, which makes it a binomial, and I have a degree here of 3 and a degree here of 0, so my degree for the whole polynomial is 3. Here I have 3 terms, which makes it a trinomial. I have a 2, a 1, and a 0, so the degree on this polynomial is 2. I have 1, 2, 3 terms again, which makes it a trinomial. I have 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, and 2. 7 is the highest, so that is the degree of the polynomial. I have 1 term, which makes it a monomial, and the degree is 5. And finally I have 2 terms, so we have another binomial, and I have a degree of 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 6, so the degree is 6. Now anything larger than a trinomial you just call a polynomial. Monomial, binomial, and trinomial are the only ones that have a special name.